The tipping point for me was, getting put on the shelf for 5 years. And at that point, not sitting back and observing and not watching and not seeing the writing on the walls and making a very poor decision just off impulse, just off of, I'm a man, ain't nobody gonna do that to me or say that to me, and I made a very uncalculated decision and it got me put on the shelf for 5 years. Shoot, sent me broke. Repossessions, foreclosures, all of that. And it was because I hadn't applied that lesson, and so it took me a second to say, that's what I need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got you. I got it, and I've been applying it. I've been applying it ever since. What caused the label to put me on the shelf was, it was around Christmas time. I had about $200-300 in the bank, and they owed me about $600,000, and weren't being very receptive to the conversation of giving me my money. So, instead of trying to figure out a nice way to have this conversation, or a legal way to have this conversation, I went the 39th and Center route and went to see about some people, the head of the label, more specifically. Challenging him in that way just kind of set off a different set of events that at that point I didn't care about whether I was ready for the repercussions of it or not. My baby's got to eat, and you got $600,000 of my money. So I need to see about you in a different way. Me, by myself. I ain't call nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nothing. I'll handle myself. And I just went about things the wrong way. Started a war that I didn't need, and it cost me a lot of time. Mindset in this game is the most important thing, because as artists, we wear so much on our heart and on our shoulders. Everything is personal to us because what we do, it's not a regular job. It's not a regular vocation. You know what I'm saying? It's not a regular trade. Like for most of us, what we do, it comes from our soul. It comes from, we got it at birth. The gifts were given to us. They're connected to everything, every fiber of our existence. So sometimes when you feel attacked, even though it's a business decision, it still feels like an attack on your gift, on you personally. And if you don't have the right mindset, it's going to be hard for you to separate the two. We're having a business conversation about not giving you any more money to promote your record because it's not selling, versus you hearing, I'm not giving you no more money because your song ain't shit, the one that you produced and wrote, you can't produce worth a damn, you ain't ever gonna be, like, that's how you hear it, but that's not what's being said. And so if you're of the right mindset, which I finally grew to, I said, you know what? Let me not take it personally that they won't give me no more money to promote my record. Let me figure out how I can put them in a position to force their hand to have to promote me. That's when your mindset is right. And so I stopped looking at what they weren't doing or even what they were doing and figured out what I could do. So the true idea of an independent mindset started for me very early because I didn't want to take it personal no more. Taking it personal kind of hurt me. And so I had to start thinking of it from a business standpoint. Okay, how can I make them want to spend more money on me?